Hello, my name is Shauneyharris, and I'm a third-generation beauty professional and the co-founder of AHNI Beauty Supply. AHNI Beauty Supply is a Black women-owned, consumer-focused beauty supply store that curates a diverse selection of premium beauty products for your hair care, skin care, and holistic needs. While we proudly carry national brands, our primary focus is showcasing and supporting women, BIPOC, LGBTQ+, and locally owned brands. So you've decided to open a beauty supply store. Awesome choice. Now it's time to dive into research and planning. But first things first, location, location, location. As we covered in the last video, location is crucial. You need to pick a spot that's easy for your target customers to reach. I highly recommend that you consult a professional when it comes to figuring out where you would like to lease a commercial space. If you can afford to, get a business or a commercial real estate attorney to help you review the lease prior to signing. Some of the different types of leases are gross, net, and modified. I won't go into full details with the definitions, but I did put a link in the description so that you can read up on them. When it comes to negotiating the lease, research the rent of other commercial spaces in comparison to your prospective space. Make sure they are in close proximity. That way you can be sure you're getting a good competitive rate. A longer lease might get you a better rate. Make sure your landlord explains 3 critical questions to you. Who is paying for the construction costs? How long will the permit process take? And when will the space be ready for your occupancy? Be sure to have your business plan and financial statements in order and make sure your credit is acceptable. You may need a guarantor. And a quick tip, if you're opening in a suburban or rural area with less foot traffic, think about adding e-commerce, delivery services, or even apparel to attract more customers. If you're a hairstylist, consider including a salon in your store. It's a great way to draw in customers and boost your business. Even if you're retired, you can rent the space out to other stylists. Lastly, know your area's demographics. This will help you tailor your business to your target audience, especially if you're in a lower traffic area. And that leads us into our next topic, market research. Now that we know where we would like to place our store, let's dive into how to nail your target market and study your competition. First up, identify your target market. You need to understand the demographics in your store's area. This info is crucial for your initial business plan and figuring out an ideal location. Demographics are statistics that describe populations and their characteristics. Demographic analysis is the study of a population based on factors such as age, race, education, income, and sex. A target market is a specific group of people with shared characteristics that a business markets its products or services to. Use the World Population Review website or search Google for demographics in your city or state to gather data. This way, you'll know which nearby residents you can market to. Your target market can shift over time. For example, more men, especially Black men, are shopping at beauty supply stores these days and looking for Black-owned brands for themselves. Make sure you cater to that demographic along with women. Consider who works nearby and how you can attract those customers as well. Your store can be the lunch break spot or after work spot, especially for women who live in the suburbs miles away from your business with no beauty supply stores nearby. Study the competition. Search for beauty supply stores near your business's zip code. If you're near a Sally Beauty, then it goes without saying that they're one of your key competitors. Check out the products, services, and prices of all your competitors, including nearby chain stores that sell beauty products. Remember, big retailers like Walmart and Target might offer lower prices because they buy bigger quantities at a lower price, but you should aim for competitive pricing while still keeping your profit margins in check. The ideal profit margin is between 40 to 50%. Next up, your business plan. This is the absolute most important part of this series. Tips on how to write a solid business plan. The heartbeat of your business. Here are the components to a business plan: executive summary, company description, market analysis, products and services, competitive analysis, marketing strategy, financial projections, and/or funding requests for grants and investors. Here are some questions you need to ask yourself. What are your long-term goals and purpose? What are your short-term and long-term objectives? Who are your ideal customers? Who are your competitors, and what can you offer that they don't? How will you attract and retain customers? What are your revenue and expense forecasts? As your business evolves, so will your plan. It is not set in stone. Here are some components that you may add to your plan as you start operating and growing. The more concise your plan is, the better. business model, industry, vision, mission, and values, business history, team, brand values and goals, management and organization, customer segmentation, logistics, and operations. Here's a good reason why you need to start your business plan now. I was honored to win a $25,000 grant for AHNI Beauty Supply at the 12th Annual Black Women's Roundtable Women in Power National Summit. Take it to the top pitch competition. And because I had a completed business plan, I had nothing holding me back. So what had happened was, the owner of one of our first Black-owned brands sent me a text on Monday and told me about the competition. The deadline was Tuesday, which was less than 24 hours. The great part about it is my business plan was already completed, so I was able to submit and do my pitch. By Saturday, I had won $25,000 for AHNI Beauty Supply. I was so honored. And as I said, the biggest takeaway is to have your business plan ready. Our first mission was to aggressively put Black-owned brands in the store, and that's what I led with. And when I went up there, I believed in myself, they saw my vision, and they believed in me. Talk about sisterhood. I wanted to summarize this section the best way I could because there's a plethora of information online on how to write a business plan. Plus, I wanted to share one of my favorite books that breaks down all of these terms I listed in this section. If you're a creative thinker like me, you might enjoy using the book, The Right Brain Business Plan. It includes printouts, activities, and visual tools to help you map out your business. It even has a vision board activity. Check it out using the link in my description and let me know how you like it. The last in this series is budget and funding. In this segment, we will break down the estimate startup costs for a beauty supply store and explore funding options. Let's dive in. First, estimate your startup costs. Here's a basic list. Yours may be a little bit different, give or take some of these items. For rent, you will need first month plus deposit, money for inventory, equipment, licenses, marketing, signage, furniture, insurance, business supplies, flooring, and a build-out for a salon space if you decide to add that. Estimated startup costs by area varies, depending on the size of the city. If you're inside or close proximity to a major city, your average startup cost may run you between $100,000 to $150,000. Outside of a major city, like the suburbs, it may run you between $50,000 to $70,000. And for a small city, the startup costs could be anywhere from $30,000 to $40,000. And these are just all estimates. Here's a quick tip. Consider buying pre-owned furniture and refurbishing it. It can save you money. For example, we updated our gondolas to a sleek black look. If you're still working a day job, you'll need to budget for employee payroll to cover in your absence. So yes, the cost to open a beauty supply store can vary widely, from an average of $30,000 to $150,000 or more. This depends on the city, state, size of your store, and starting inventory. Make sure you budget for growth. Start as big or as small as you can, then adjust accordingly. Business ownership is all about pivoting when needed. Now let's talk funding. There are many ways to fund your business venture. I'm going to read out the options in order of the best to the last resort. As we went over in the prequel, an angel investor is a person who invests his or her own money in a company, usually a startup that is in the early stages of development. I'm putting this first on the list because I was fortunate enough to receive funding this way. I can't offer a step-by-step blueprint for how I secured one, but I can share this. When I felt a strong calling to open a beauty supply store, I wasn't focused on persuading anyone to invest in it. I was simply sharing my genuine enthusiasm and vision. While I was exploring loans and other options, I was fortunate enough to connect with the right person who saw potential in my idea. I did do a Google search, and these tips popped up on how to secure an angel investor. Get involved with the angel groups and angel investment networks. Attract interest in your business on social media. Attend networking events. Compete in startup events and pitch competitions. Talk with fellow founders. Engage with an incubator or accelerator program. Participate in local startup ecosystems. The next option is crowdfunding. The practice of funding a project or venture by raising many small amounts of money from large numbers of people, typically via the internet. Some examples of crowdfunding is GoFundMe or iFundWomen. Consider your donors as micro angel investors. The next option is grants. Grants are an amount of money that the government or other institutions give to a person or an organization for a particular purpose. Grants give the opportunity to advance the mission of an organization with an investment from local, corporate, community, state, or federal dollars, and it does not have to be paid back. My biggest tip for being grant ready is to have your business plan ready. Have your business established. We will go over that in legal requirements. Have a business bank account. Most, if not all, organizations will not send funds to a personal account. Have your elevator pitch ready. It's very important to have a mission. Paint a picture with numbers or statistics or share a visual story. I explain my mission in the prequel. When you're applying for different grants, copy and paste the questions and answers into a Google Drive and separate the admissions by the grant or question type. Have a 1, 2, and 3 minute pitch video pre-recorded and uploaded to a platform such as YouTube or Vimeo. That way you can be ready for the grants that require a video submission. I find that these timeframes are the most asked for different grants. Please follow the guidelines to a T to ensure you remain eligible to win that grant. If it says 3 minutes, do not go over that. The next funding option is capital loans, like those offered by Square Capital. Capital loans provide small businesses with quick access to funding. These loans are based on your past sales through their systems, and it helps determine how much you can borrow and your ability to pay. I use Square for my hair business and Lightspeed for my store, and both offer these types of loans. I'll go further into detail in episode 5, Technology and Equipment. The next funding option on the list is business loans and business bank loans. Small Business Administration loans are government-guaranteed term loans that allows SBA lenders to offer low interest rate loans to business owners who might not qualify for a bank loan. This loan is best for established companies who have at least 2 years of stable revenue and profits, while bank loans are loans specifically intended for business purposes that are granted through a bank. There are a number of different types of business loans, and these are best for established companies who have at least 5+ years of stable revenue and profits. And last but not least, we have self-funding, or called bootstrapping. Self-funding is when you use your personal credit cards or savings to fund your business. You have to be cautious as this can lead to debt if your business does not succeed. So the takeaway from this episode is know your market and constantly study it, because it is ever evolving. Start that business plan today. Research locations to where you want to put your beauty supply store. Start saving and sharing your dreams with people you trust the most. And again, start that business plan today. On the next episode, we will talk about legal requirements. Well, that's a wrap for this episode. Please let me know what advice you appreciated the most. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more tips on starting and running your beauty supply store. See you next time.
We've got Melanie Campbell, of course, and our VP of Operations holding down the other side because this is big. Okay. The grand prize of the Black Women's Roundtable presents the Take It to the Top National Challenge and Pitch Competition for this region that is specifically DC, Maryland, and Virginia. This woman will receive from this organization a seed in her business bank account in the way of $25,000 USD. Y'all not even ready. Baby, listen. You get anybody excited like the Oprah excited? When you start, you just excited for Black women to win. Let's clap for the Black. Let's clap right now as if it was you when you started your business and some people believed in you before you had it all buttoned up, before you were on top, but right when you were at the beginning. And so drum roll. We're going to advance the slide. AHNI Beauty Supply! Yes. Who owns? Yes. Oh my goodness. Yay! Do you know how meaningful this is? We're going to have the judges here on the stage. We've got Letitia Daniels. If anybody has a tissue, yes, that would be great. You want to hold? Come on over. All right, Tamika. Okay. Yeah, we're all these aunties in the room. Come on now. Okay. 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 Okay.
Yes, I do. Okay, I just want to give honor to God. Thank you for all these beautiful ladies on the stage for helping me out yesterday. I want to shout out my kids, AHNI and Zara. I have to give a special thank you to Dr. Lisa Davis, who believed in me before this when I just did a general pitch to her. And I want to thank my ancestors. All of my grandmothers and grandfathers are gone, and my mother and AHNI's dad. So just thank you for guiding me. Thank you, God. Thank you, everybody.
All right, let's get the music back up.
Women earn an average of 16% less than men, with the inequality being even greater for Black and Hispanic women. Unfortunately, the disparity cannot be explained by measurable differences, and is largely due to the undervaluation of women's labor. In 2022, the beauty industry generated approximately $430 billion in revenue, and today it continues to grow across all categories. The beauty market has demonstrated remarkable resilience amid the global economic crisis. Beauty is now attracting top-tier financiers and A-list celebrities alike, and for good reason. The beauty market is expected to reach around $580 billion by 2027, growing at an annual rate of 6%. Despite this growth, the beauty industry, primarily targeting women, remains predominantly run by men. Racial disparities are also significant. Black consumers contribute 11.1% of the revenue in the beauty industry, yet Black-owned brands account for only 2.5% of industry revenue and occupy less than 7% of retail shelf space. Black consumers prefer Black-owned beauty brands and are twice as likely to trust them. Furthermore, Black Americans are increasing their spending on beauty products at a slightly faster rate than the overall U.S. market. It's a disheartening reminder that despite women and people of color being the primary supporters of the beauty industry, we aren't receiving our due share of the rewards. My name is Shawnee, and I'm the founder and owner of AHNI Beauty, a consumer-focused beauty supply store looking to change that narrative. AHNI Beauty curates a diverse selection of premium beauty products designed for your hair care, skin care, and holistic needs. While we do carry national brands, our primary commitment is showcasing and supporting women, BIPOC, LGBTQ+, and locally owned brands. The idea of AHNI Beauty began with a desire to offer a convenient and inclusive shopping experience for the Springfield community. I recognize a need for a store that caters to the diverse needs of its residents and provides access to a wide range of beauty products. The feedback I've received from my customers is one of my proudest accomplishments. In a consumer-driven business, the customer experience is what matters most. It drives the future of our business and the level of success we can achieve. We have created something truly amazing in the DC area. We are committed to making it even better by expanding our inventory and fulfilling the requests of our customers, many of whom specifically come in to purchase minority-owned brands. With your help, we can stay committed to continuing this journey by actively seeking out and supporting underrepresented beauty brands at an accelerated pace. While customers have raved about our convenient location, we intend on broadening our customer base outside the DC area by hopping into the growing e-commerce industry. We seek to amplify the voices and businesses of women, BIPOC, LGBTQ+, and community entrepreneurs, ensuring they receive the recognition and opportunities they deserve. By supporting our cause, you will be contributing to a fairer, more inclusive beauty industry that reflects the benefits to people who support it the most. Thank you for considering us.